Good afternoon. We'll give just a moment to clear the waiting room and make sure that everyone has connected to audio and can hear us. Great. Looks like we're all set. Good afternoon. This is an administrative hearing before the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing. Today is Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. You're joined today by the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing, Kathleen Joyce, and Director of Operations, Rebecca Fu. There's only one item on this afternoon's agenda. I will read the item into the record. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You'll make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the Entertainment Division, and there will be an opportunity for testimony, beginning with elected officials or their representatives. The only item on this afternoon's agenda is Jody Onfray Inc. doing business as Acapella, located at 1505 Dorchester Ave in Dorchester. The application before the Entertainment Division is to add the entertainment categories of audio device, 12 widescreen TVs, disc jockey, dancing by patrons, up to 6 instrumentalists, up to 4 vocalists, and trivia for 7 days a week until 1 a.m. And additionally, there is a proposal to add background music on the outdoor patio until 11 p.m. daily. Who's present on behalf of the applicant?
Jennifer Allen on behalf of the applicant, Jody Onfray, DBA Acapella. And I see Giancarlo is also logged in as well.
Great. Thank you, Attorney Allen. You could please outline the proposed entertainment.
Yep, thank you. So this is the application for the entertainment license located at 1505 Dorchester Ave, which was formerly the Blarney Stone, which my client is purchasing. He plans on freshening the place up with some new decor, the furniture and paint while keeping the same floor plan as it is. The current entertainment hours are going to remain the same as on the prior license for the entertainment. We are seeking to maintain the live entertainment indoors and just having the background music on the speaker outdoors while the patio is open for business as it was in the past. The proposed hours for the restaurant are 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. with the patrons being out by 1:30, which was on the prior CV and liquor license, which we've already gone through that process and received approval for that transfer. The hours for the entertainment are 7 days from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m., which was also the same as the prior entertainment license. The capacity is 240 with 80 seats on the patio for the outdoor seasonal use, which the hours would be 11 a.m. to midnight there. And then they're looking to serve the modern international cuisine and tapas, and also a brunch on the weekends. There's also the long-term lease in place for 10 years with the 2 additional options for 5-year renewals. And I know that Acapella is looking forward to serving the patrons there's tapas and entrees along with the music to complement this international cuisine. We also had our meeting with the Fields Corner Civic Association, which I submitted that letter of support. And we had the abutters meeting as well back in July and met with Fields Corner Main Streets as well and have everybody's support. And we're happy to answer any other questions.
Thank you, Attorney. I may have missed this, but I just want to confirm it'll be just background music outside?
Yes, outside.
And until what time? I had 11 p.m. in my notes, but I wasn't sure what time you said.
I had said midnight, but I can just make sure until it is 11. I apologize.
Okay.
Yes. Yep, I have that right here. Yep.
Okay.
Typo.
All right, thank you. So can you tell me a little bit about the community process that you guys undertook here at this location?
Yep. So we had the abutters meeting with the Office of Neighborhood Services in July 30th for the entertainment. We had done a separate all of the community outreach as well for the CV license and liquor license. And then Giancarlo had also met and spoke to Fields Corner Main Streets and we have their support. And we also had, Civic Association, Fields Corner Civic Association finally just met because they weren't meeting during the summer. And we also had a meeting with them as well on September 10th, which we also have their support. And just gave their proposal, also, showed them the logo and just all the ideas there. So,
Okay, and I know we went through this on the licensing side, but
Yep.
this is going to be a sit-down restaurant, correct? Not like an event space.
yes, yep,
Okay.
sit-down restaurant, just like it was. Yep.
Okay. Let me see. So can you tell me a little bit about, these are just some standard questions about noise mitigation, soundproofing. Was there anything additional done when these new owners took over, or is it the same as before?
So I know that the building, because we also got some of that information from the landlord, that he had given us the information that the roof has 4 inches of rigid insulation. The exterior walls are 2x6 construction with 5.5 inches of insulation. And I will let them speak to anything else further regarding any additional work that they're going to do. Mhm.
Okay. Is there someone here who wants to talk about any other work that might be done as far as noise mitigation?
I believe for the sound, we don't have anything lined up. But we're willing to do anything that needs to be done to
Okay.
sound.
Sometimes it's very helpful to us to have a 24-hour contact in case a butters call and complain that the music is too loud. Would that be one of the manager, a record? Would that be, just so we can add that to our notes?
Me, myself, I'm gonna be the one.
Okay, and you're gonna be the manager?
Yes.
Okay, and what's your experience in this industry?
I have 2 fast food restaurants. So I have some experience there. I have about 5 years with the oldest one in Jamaica Plain and one on Dorchester. And I have Chef Freddy that has a good experience in culinary, and he's gonna help me out there.
Okay, and what are your
And
2 restaurants, just so we can note that in our record?
Picalox, Pikalox. One is in Geneva Avenue. It's about 3 minutes from the Blarney
Okay,
Stone. And the other one is on Washington Street, Jamaica Plain.
great. And will you send us your contact information following the hearing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be helpful. Are you open yet?
No.
No. And when are you expecting to open?
So we're working with interior designer to have we want to freshen up the space, bring some new furnitures and new lighting and stuff like that. So we're waiting on them to give us a final and then we're gonna start ordering. So I want to say somewhere January, December, hopefully. But
Okay.
sometimes shipping takes longer than what expected. So I'm hoping December, January, sometime around there.
Okay, and then will you be having events that are certain age groups, like over 18, or that would require you to restrict ages after a certain hour? Are you using promoters?
No promoters, definitely.
Okay.
I can speak to that a little bit. Our concept is basically a family-friendly place where
Okay,
people can go and unwind. As you know, as you guys approve our liquor license, but our main focus is a family-oriented place, not necessarily age restricting anyone at any point during our operations, very much like it was before.
okay. And then on the application, you're requesting dancing by patrons. So is there going to be a dance floor? Do you plan on moving the tables and chairs?
No, we're definitely not planning on. However, we wanted to put it out there because we don't want to restrict our patrons from perhaps enjoying. We really don't know where the line is when it comes to somebody getting up from the table and maybe dancing, but we're not planning on having a dance floor or anything like that.
Okay, thank you. Will there be any need or any nights that you would be having a cover charge? Or selling tickets to things?
We don't foresee that. However, we cannot discard the option of having a private event, right? Maybe we're doing something nonprofit perhaps, where
Okay,
we'll, cover a charge in benefit of the community of anything that we're getting involved with.
sure,
As far as our plan and our concept, we do not foresee, charging anybody for cover unless there's an special event.
okay. So can you confirm for us how many vocalists and instrumental people you'd have?
So I think we put in the application 4 vocalists and perhaps 6 instruments. Some nights we might have a jazz band. That doesn't take as many vocalists, but it might take more instruments, right? And then some nights we might have, a live band that will have up to 4 vocalists. We don't foresee having any more than that.
Okay. And then are there gonna be cameras on premise?
Yes.
Do you know yet how many cameras?
I believe we were talking about with the engineer about that, the guy putting a quote together for us, about 32 cameras or so.
Okay. Do
32.
you know, I know you're still probably working through these things, but do you know how long the cameras save footage for?
I cannot tell you 100% for sure. Could be 24 hours, but maybe Giancarlo can speak more to that.
I have the same system at my I have a car wash, an auto detailing in Blue Hill Avenue in Mattapan, and mine's record up to I want to say safely 7 to 10 days.
Okay, I was gonna say 24 hours seems short.
Yeah, we have
I would-
about I want to say 7 to 10 days, and we have about 34 cameras at the car wash. So we're planning on putting the same system here, maybe just a more upgraded one, right? Because that one we installed that a few years ago.
Okay, and I'm just gonna ask and make it known on the record that should there be any sort of incident that requires a police response, that you automatically save the footage. Not just for the 7 to 10 days, but to make an effort to save the footage in case there is some sort of incident report that requires cooperation. It requires the police to take a look at the cameras. It's helpful. Oftentimes it actually is more helpful to the licensee than it is to anybody else. And we look to that at our hearings, should there be an incident. So this would serve as our discussion about cameras, that they will be preserved for 7 to 10 days or longer if there's an incident.
Is that for indoor and outdoor, or specific for
Yeah, I mean, anything that's licensed, we want to be able to call you and say, or we want you as managers and as staff to know enough that should there be an incident of any kind, that you hold on to the video.
Oh
in
yeah,
case
definitely.
in case it's needed later on for a police investigation.
Yeah,
Definitely agree with that.
Okay, thank you. And speaking of security and managers and staff, will you have security staff working the door, like after a certain hour?
I don't. Yeah, maybe on the weekends. I don't know.
Okay,
The actual operational of the business, we're just on the first phase, and we're just discussing, like, trying to get the licensing and all that, and then moving forward, we're gonna discuss what will be the best for the business, and understanding the neighborhood and the needs that they have. But most likely, yeah, because we have sometimes there's people hanging around there, sitting down on the chair, and on our stairs and going into the back parking lot. So maybe yes, most
So
likely.
as you think through these things between now and the opening, I highly recommend you put down on paper what your security dispersal emergency and operations plan is for your sake, but for our sake as well.
Yeah.
And things to include in that would be, you know, what time the lights go on, how you clear out the premise at the end of the evening, how you make sure people don't loiter outside the door. Where will they go if they're waiting for an Uber or a Lyft? So if you think through those things from a management perspective and talk about them and put them in writing, go over them with your staff on a regular basis and before it even shifts, especially if it's a busy weekend night. It helps you and it helps us as well. We probably will come back to you and ask you to submit that to us in writing. And I think will be helpful for your planning purposes.
Yeah, definitely. That's gonna help us just like a
And another thing that we find helpful is that if you do have security or door staff, a uniform way of identifying them, whether it's a t-shirt that says staff, to differentiate them from other people so that if there is somebody who's looking for help, they know exactly who to go to. And how to identify them.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. Rebecca, do you?
Yes. So you mentioned that this is a sit-down, family-friendly restaurant. Is it like American style? What kind of place is this?
It's going to be all type of international cuisine, but mostly focused on food sharing. So that's why we're gonna serve smaller portions, so you can order more and you can share amongst your table.
Okay, and then the entertainment, is there like a stage or something where the entertainers are, or just they're there random nights? How does that work?
We're planning on putting a stage, a small stage in, in the floor. However, when we don't have some live entertainment, we will have some music on the TVs and nice live concert videos. But it's gonna be like a chill vibe. It's gonna be something a little bit more subtle.
Okay. And then, I did see the, I believe it was a Fields Corner Civic Association letter, and they supported basically the same entertainment as a previous license holder. I know that you applied for outdoor entertainment. I looked at the previous license holder. They didn't have any entertainment outside. So you might want to check in with neighborhood services to make sure that won't be an issue, since that is a little different than the previous license holder.
Okay.
Yep. And then, so, is there always a manager on staff? Giancarlo, are you always there every night? Are there other managers?
Yes, I'm planning on be there every night, at least for a good time, to get everything settled, having the right team there. But we're gonna have a second manager on duty. We both gonna work together, so we both see and work the same way, right? His name is Anthony Cruz. He's gonna be part
Yeah,
of
that's me. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Hello.
he's here.
Okay, and does Anthony have experience in hospitality restaurants?
Well, I have a lot of experience in customer service, not specifically in the restaurant industry, but I'm an IT engineer at Harvard University. And I do a lot of hands-on work and work with staff, professors, and all around for the most part.
And then, sorry, not sure if you answered this. Are you guys planning on using any kind of promoters to promote the place?
No,
No.
No problem.
definitely not.
So as Kathleen mentioned, we just need a security dispersal emergency operations plan. Once you have that all figured out, how many cameras, how many staff on weekends, how will they be identified? And also, how do you handle unruly patrons? Do you call police? Everything like that. We can send you a sample as well. But I believe,
That will be helpful.
yep, that concludes all my questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Becca.
Director Joyce, any further questions before we move to testimony?
I don't. I wish you luck. And if we can help answer any questions as you build out those plans, please let us know. We'll work with your attorney as well.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody with us who would like to testify on this matter? I believe it looks like the full crew is here on behalf of the applicant. So Jeremy, any testimony you would like to provide on behalf of Office of Neighborhood Services?
Hello, licensing. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy Bembry. For the record, I am the community engagement specialist for this neighborhood. The applicant did go before the civic group. She did also go before the abutters. She had an abutters meeting as well. We did run an extensive process. There was not any objections or oppositions during the abutters meeting. It wasn't very heavily attended. The civic group did vote to support the project, and we were offered, they did vote to support the project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If there are no further questions and no further testimony, that will adjourn this hearing. This is the only item before the Entertainment Division this afternoon. The division will take this matter under advisement and will issue a written decision. Thank you all, and please do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, you
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.